I'm going to talk about our occurring pattern. Let's look at weather warning. There is some weather warnings. The weather warnings are yellow watch with some severe thunderstorm watch. Starts on Tuesday, July 21st, 2:01 p.m. to Wednesday, July 2nd, 22nd, 12:01 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. It's going to be conditions are favorable for the development of severe thunderstorms that may capable of strong wind gusts and large hail and heavy rain. It's going to be torrential rainfall, local rainfall amounts of 50 millimeters of rainfall with some gust of 90 to 100 lines per hour. It's according to ping pong here, ball size here. It's later this morning and through this evening. So let's look at pressure patterns starting from July the 18th. So July 18th. So 1000 this 1004 millibars of pressure. Let's go to next tabber, which is July the 22nd. So 1012 millibars of pressure, 1060 millibars of pressure, 1000 so let's zoom out this different province. So it's gonna go to 1060 millibars of pressure. Let's look at next tabber, which is July the 23rd. 1020, 1060 millibars of pressure. Let's go to next tabber, which is July the 24th. It is something 1016, 1020 millibars of pressure. Let's go to APN, July the 20th. It is something 1012 millibars of pressure. Let's look at precipitation patterns starting from 5 p.m. There is something Bombay, Salabi, Milan, Alala, Georgina, Bevlasos, Oshawa, Uxbridge, Peterborough, Port Elgin, Hanover, Collingwood. Those is going to get some 2.5 millimeters of rain. Fanag, Fast City Light is 2.5, the heavy is 605. Oko, Amethyst is going to get some 605. Saga Brampton's going to get some 12.5 millimeters. Scarborough is going to get some heavier 80.75. Light is going to be 6.5. Stouffville, Newmarket is going to get some 2.5 millimeters of rainfall. So Sissaga, the heaviest is going to be 18.75 millimeters of rainfall. It's actually 12.5. It's actually 18.75. That's the heaviest light is going to be 12.5 millimeters of rainfall. So let's look at Brampton. That's orange full. So Brampton's going to get some 12.5 millimeters of rainfall. So in orange was going to be 605. So Scarborough's already done. So Uxbridge going to get some. Uxbridge, Peterborough is going to get some 2.5 millimeters. Niagara on the lake, there be a 605 lights is going to be 2.5 millimeters. Same thing in Niagara Falls City. So Hopes is 0.25 millimeters. But Niagara on the lake has more 2.5, 6.5 millimeters of rainfall than Niagara Falls City. So let's go to the next tower, which is 8 p.m. Ignore the previous, however, it's too close to 5 p.m. So Collingwood, 2.5 mainland, 2.5 yellow is going to be 2.5 bevels, 2.5 Perry, Georgina, 2.5 millimeters. Scarborough heavy is going to be 6.5 light is 2.5. Sissaga, Brampton, those are going to get some 0.25, 2.5 millimeters of rainfall. Toronto heavy is 6.25 lights, 2.5. Richmond Hill is going to get some 2.5. Scarborough heavy 6.25 lights, 2.5. Uxbridge is going to get some 2.5, 6.5. Oshawa is 6.5. Coburg is going to get some 6.5. Peterborough is going to get some 2.5. Balboa is 2.5. So Niagara on the lake, the heavy is going to get some 2.5 millimeters, 6.25 millimeters. That's heaviest, like 6.25 millimeters rainfall heaviest in Niagara on the lake. Light is coming 2.5. Niagara Falls City's light is coming 2.5, heavy 6.5. Support Elgin, Ottawa is going to get some 0.15 millimeters of rainfall, including Palm Beach, Salt Bay, Thunder Beach. So let's look at Collingwood. 2.5 millimeters of rainfall. Let's go to the next tower, which is 11 p.m. So Scarborough, the lightest 2.5, heavy is going to be 605. Stover, Uxbridge is going to be 2.5 millimeters. Oshawa heavy is 605, light is 2.5. Coburg is going to get some 2.5. Peterborough 2.5. Downtown Toronto is going to get some 2.5 millimeters. It's Zaga, Brampton, Orangeville. Richmond Hill, Newmarket is going to get some 0.25 millimeters. Bablas, Georgina, Betty, Alala. Salaby is going to be 0.25 millimeters. Niagara on the Lake is going to get some light is 6.5, heavy is 2.5 millimeters. Nag faucet is 2.5, heavy is 6.25 millimeters. Bubbles 0.25. Oku Hamilton is going to get some 0.25 millimeters of rainfall. Let's go to the next stopper, which is and is something. So, Palm Beach, Thunder Beach, South Bay, Milan, Collingwood Bay, Georgia, Beverly, la la la. Those are going to get some 0.25 millimeters of rainfall. Let's go to Lebanon and it is something. Collingwood, Palm Beach, Thunder Beach, Soliday, Milan, Alala, Virginia, Babla, Zookswitch, Coburg. Those are going to get some 0.5 millimeters of rainfall, very super 5 millimeters. So let's go to 2 p.m. There is something. Collingwood, Inland, Palm Beach, Alala, Berry, Babla, Virginia. Those are going to get some 0.25 millimeters of rainfall. Let's go to 5 p.m. So Betty Bevlas is going to get some 0.25 millimeters of rainfall. Let's go to 8 p.m. There is nothing else. So this may a few seconds to edit the video. So let's look at Friday, Saturday, July 25th. So inland Collingwood, Lola, Betty is going to get some 0.25 millimeters of rainfall. Let's go to 5 p.m. So Collingwood, Midland, Alala, Betty, Niagara, Lake, and parts of Niagara Falls, City, Dorset, so they got some 0.9 millimeters of rainfall. Let's go to 8 p.m. Day Sunday. So Collingwood, Midland, Alala, Betty, Beverly, Virginia, Sissaga, Brampton, Orangewood, Richmond Hill, Newmarket, Stouffville, Niagara, Lake, and parts of Niagara Falls, City, Dorset, so they got some 0.1 millimeters of rainfall, 0.25 millimeters of rainfall, light screen. That's first light is green. The second light is green is gonna be 2.5. So let's go to next tower, which is 11 p.m. This Sunday. Collingwood, Inland, Alala, Betty, Beverly, Georgia, Brampton, Orangeville, Newmarket, Richmond Hill. Those are gonna get some Niagara Lake. Those are gonna get some 0.1 millimeters of rainfall. Let's go to total precipitation, 8 p.m., July the 22nd. So, Palm Beach, 4 millimeters, Sunny Beach, Solid Bay, Midland, 3 millimeters, Georgia, Babylon, 3 millimeters, Berry, 4 millimeters, Hooksville, 2 millimeters, Oshawa, 0.7 millimeters, Peterborough, 0.7 millimeters, Coburg, 0.27 millimeters, Bubble, 0.6 millimeters, Scarborough is going to be 0.7 millimeters of rainfall. That's heaviest. Light is going to get some 0.3 millimeters. Everywhere now was 4 millimeters. For Elson's 0.7 millimeters. Hanover is going to get some 0.8 millimeters of rainfall. Let's go to the suburb, which is. So let's go to next 24 hours, which is 8 p.m. There is something. So load a little bit. So 1 millimeter, 0.7 millimeters is Zimbabwe. Well, so Coburg is going to get some 0.3 millimeters of rainfall. Let's go to APN. There's nothing else. Let's look at APN, July 25th. Is this one day? That's it fast. So calling us 3 millimeters. So Illa's gonna get some 2 millimeters. So Collingwood is going to be 0.6 millimeters. Georgia is going to get some 0.3 millimeters. Babylon's 1 millimeters. Barry's going to get some 2 millimeters array. Fana going to like 1 millimeters. Velocities. Heavy is 0.7 millimeters. Light is going to be 0.3 millimeters array. Falls. Like 0.9 millimeters in Niagara Falls City. That's the heaviest in Niagara Falls City. Sissaga 0.4 millimeters. Brandon 1 millimeters. Newmarket's going to get some 0.9 millimeters of rainfall, so it's over. Let's go to next tower. There is no next tower. Let's look at air temperature pattern. Air temperature pattern starting from 70 on July the 22nd. March 2015. 15 degrees for out in 150 degrees. Hope Airlines 50 degrees. Collingwood 40 degrees. Palm Beach 50 degrees, Isla Beach 50 degrees, Sunny Beach 60 degrees, La 40 degrees. Everywhere about 65 degrees, Abbottodoko 60 degrees, August 60 degrees, Raptor 50 degrees, Topo 40 degrees, Scarborough 50 degrees, Donald 60 degrees, Newmarket, Orange 40 degrees, Success 30 degrees, Sasha 50 degrees, Peterborough 60, 40 degrees, Peterborough, Coburg 60 degrees, Melbourne 60 degrees, Georgia 50 degrees, Babylon 40 degrees. 50 degrees. 80, 40 degrees on the left, 40 degrees. So let's go to the next tower, which is 3 p.m. There is something. Watch 80 degrees, whoopsie, 80 degrees, 4,000, 70 degrees, 105 lines. It's going to be 90 degrees. Everywhere now about 20 degrees, Hamilton locals, 20 degrees, locals, gonna be 20 degrees, Manchester, 20 degrees, Dover, 90 degrees, Scarborough, 20 degrees, Downwater, 20 degrees, Newmarket, Orange Road, 90 degrees, Hooksway, 70 degrees, Sasha, 90 degrees, Peterborough, 80 degrees, Coburg, 90 degrees, Barber, 90 degrees, Georgina, 90 degrees, Berry, 70 degrees, Salala, 80 degrees, Bablas, 17.5 degrees. Salabay, Thunderbay is going to be 80 degrees. Bombay is going to be 80 degrees. So that's 80 degrees. Collingwood is 90 degrees. So let's go to the next tower, which is 70. And it is something. Watch a 40 degrees. Oopsie, line says going to get some 40, 50 degrees. 4,000, 16 degrees. Hanover, 50 degrees. Collingwood 40 degrees, Alabama Thunderbirds for 70 degrees, Bombay 60 degrees, so it's 50. 50 degrees, Ababada, Cross 40 degrees, Habitat Oka 40 degrees, Oka 40 degrees, Bat 30 degrees, over 30 degrees, Scarborough 30 degrees, Data 40 degrees, the market for all the degrees. Alright, so 30 degrees, Swiss all degrees, Asha 30 degrees, Peterborough 30 degrees, Goldberg 50 degrees, Balbo 40 degrees. Georgia 50 degrees, Beverly Hills 40 degrees, it's gonna be 30 degrees, Honolulu it's gonna be 50 degrees, so let's go to the next tower. So let's go to 3 p.m. There is something. Washington 21 degrees, Observation line says to 21 degrees. We're out to 90 degrees, Honolulu is going to get some 20 degrees, Collingwood 21 degrees, Palm Beach 20 degrees, Salabay 20 degrees, Sunny Beach 90 degrees, Perry, Georgina, Babylon says 21 degrees, Salala, 21 degrees, Abuena, for 23 degrees, Hamilton, Oco, 24 degrees, Brandon, 23, Mississauga, 23, Toronto, 23, Scarborough, it's gonna be 23 degrees, 32, 24, Stouffville, 23 degrees, Newmarket, Orange, 22, Hooksmith, 21, Usher, 21, Peterborough, 22, Coburg, 20 degrees, Belleville, 21, 2 degrees, so let's go to the next tower, which is 70, July the 24th. So, Port Olson, 16 degrees, 150 degrees, March 40 degrees. Hoops is going to get some 80 degrees, Lines is going to be 90 degrees, Collingwood, 15 degrees, Palm Beach, 70 degrees, 16 degrees, Solid Beach, 70 degrees, Sunny Beach, going to get some 90 degrees. So, let's go to everywhere airports with about 5 degrees. Hamilton, Oco, 16 degrees, Brandon, 40 degrees, Sissy, 40 degrees, down 16 degrees in Saga, down to 60 degrees. Scarborough 50.5 degrees, over 50 degrees, Newmarket over 40 degrees, 50 degrees, Asha 50 degrees, Peterborough is 40 degrees, Coburg 70 degrees, Belleville 70 degrees, Georgina 70 degrees, Beverly Hills gonna get 70 degrees, Betty's gonna get some 40 degrees, Alala's gonna get some 16 degrees, London. So let's go to next tower, which is 3 p.m. July the 24th. It's in 22, Animals 23 degrees, Watts 24, Hope say 23 degrees, Line says 23 degrees, Collingwood 24, 5 degrees, Palm Beach 24 degrees, Solid Beach 24, Thunder Beach, Getty Cats 23 degrees, and last gonna be 26 degrees, everywhere airports 25 degrees, Habitat Ocos 24, Ocos gonna be 23, that's the warmest, coldest, so warmest gonna be 24, Branson 24 degrees, Tofu 25 degrees, Scarborough 24, Downers 23, Newmarket it's 25, Orange 25, Hooksmith 24, Oshawa 23, Peterborough 24, Coburg 21, Belleville 24, Georgina 24, Perry 25, Beblas 26 degrees, Alala's gonna get some 24 degrees, so let's go to the next tower, which is 8 a.m. There is something. So Brighton 70 degrees, Boylston 80 degrees, Hanover is gonna get some 70 degrees. Oops, it's gonna be 80 degrees, Einstein is gonna be 90 degrees, so 20 degrees. Everywhere was 20.5 degrees. So 21. Hamilton, Oakville 21. Oakville is gonna be 21. Branch 20 degrees. Over 20 degrees. Scarborough 20 degrees. Toronto 21 degrees. Newmarket 20 degrees. Orange Grove 90 degrees. Hooksville 90 degrees. Hashville 20 degrees. Peterborough 20 degrees. Coburg 21 degrees. Belleville 21 degrees. Georgina 21. Berry 2019. Beverly Hills 20 degrees. Alala 21 degrees. 20.5. 24. So Collingwood 20 degrees. Salisbury is gonna get some 20 degrees. Bombay is 20 degrees. Sydney is 21 degrees. London inland's gonna get some 90 degrees. It's 90 degrees. So let's go to the next hour, which is 2 p.m. So Wyerton is gonna be 26 degrees. Port Elton 24. Arnold's 25. Hoops is going to get some 25 degrees. Lines are 25. 25 degrees in Hobbs it's good. So Collingwood 26 degrees, Lions is 25, Hobbs 26. Palm is 25, Salisbury is 25, and Lance 26. Salisbury is 25 degrees. So everywhere else 28 degrees. Hamilton Oakville 27. Oakville Bournemouth is going to be 27, 26. Coolidge it's Brampton 26, Topher 27, Scarborough 26, Zarra 25. Newmarket, Orange 27, Oaksville 26, Sasha 25, Oaksville, Peterborough 26, Clover 23, Balboa 26. Georgina 27, Bevles 27, Bailey 26, Sutherland 25. So let's go to the next stabber, which is there is no next stabber. So this is the end of the video. So